Hi, everybody. Welcome to Magic Universe. This is Message from Universe 27. It is a timeless reading for whenever you watch it, and it's also a part of the Pick a Message playlist, which you can find out how to play with the playlist in the description below. I started doing daily readings a few days ago, and they've been really, really fun. It's called Message of the Day. And so I will also put that playlist in the description below, and you can check those out. And they're just short readings, one card readings for the energy of the day, and also like spiritual guidance for either pondering upon that energy, learning something from that energy, or moving through that energy. Okay, so it's really fun. Go check that out. If you're interested in a private personal reading that's just for you, because these are all group readings where I'm kind of getting a general sense of what's coming through, and so you may have to pick through each of the messages to see what relates to you. Whereas in the personal readings, I get to tune in to you personally through the energy of your name, okay? And then in those readings, all of the messages are for you. So if you would like one of those, or if you would like a healing, which also comes with the reading, then you can go to my website at magicuniverse.co. That's .co. Thank you. All right, so here is message from Universe 27. Enjoy. All right. So, universe wants to tell you that you're getting to where you want to go. The color that I'm seeing this message vibrate at is at an orange. And when I was looking at that color, that was the message that I was receiving. You're on your way there, and it's really all about making yourself comfortable on the journey, and also to stay focused on where you're wanting to go, and allow things to change, allow things to pass, and just keep moving forward, right? And so when your cards came out, especially like the first card that came out, I'm like, oh yeah, that's exactly the the same thing that I'm seeing in the color vibration in that orange, right? By the book. So I feel like you're at that elephant in the middle, and it's so funny because if you look at the colors, the elephant in the middle looks more orange than the other two, right? And so basically in this card by the book, it's just talking about step by step, just keep moving forward, whatever it is that you're creating in your life, whatever it is your situation is that you're working on, that as you keep moving forward and just stay focused on your goals, stay certain of your dream, and stay in belief of who you are and where you're going and what you're wanting to create for yourself, that you just keep taking those steps forward. You are getting somewhere. And sometimes when you're in the middle of walking like this, like elephant to elephant, right, that you might not be able to see ahead of you, in front of the elephant before you, and you really don't want to look back too much, behind you. But maybe sometimes just to gauge how far you've gone, that's sometimes nice to look back, but it's best to stay present where you are and just to keep moving forward, right? And so I feel like this is talking about that. And then if you look at the next cards, there are these traits that show up in each of the characters of the tarot cards that show up next to Page of Wands. It's about curiosity. It's about that fire inside of you, like staying curious about your life path, staying interested in what you're doing, and having that kind of beginner's mind still. Like even if you're in the middle of your journey and you've had some life experience already, and it's, when you wake up in the morning, are you excited about what's ahead of you, or are you thinking like, been there, done that, and kind of being bored by your life, right? It's like universe is calling you to stay curious and stay interested in your life. Like, what are you wanting to create for yourself? If you're finding that you're kind of in this kind of habitual routine kind of thing where it's not really interesting, where you're not investigating things, within your life anymore. Find some new things to become interested in, that maybe even within that same routine, if you look into it and question yourself, like, why am I doing things this way? Maybe I can do it a different way. Or maybe there's something really good about the way I'm doing this, and then look into the why of what you're doing, right? Why do you do this before this? Why do you do things this way? Why do you use this brand of product, whatever product that you're using? And really go within and ask yourself, ask your spirit, like, is this the best product for me right now? Maybe I need to change things up, or maybe I need to change up some part of my health routine. Maybe I need to change up some part of my exercise routine to keep things more interesting in my life, right? And if you see this toucan next to this person, next to this page of wands, I feel like the toucan is kind of like, say you had a little kid, one of those 3 or 4 year old little kids next to you, and you know how they're always asking why, because they want to know, right? They really want to know, and they haven't established any set routines yet where they're not. Where they've become used to it, and they're not questioning why anymore. They just kind of do it without asking. They're asking, and it's like, kind of take on that mentality, right? Of, if you had to explain why you do certain things you do in your life to a little 3 or 4 year old, and is the explanation that you're going to give them, does it make sense to you? Because sometimes when you have conversations with these little ones and they question your life choices, then it kind of makes you question, like, hey, why do I do things this way, right? And there's an enlightenment that comes, through that process of questioning and getting reinterested in your own life and the choices that you make in your life again. I feel like that's what the Page of Wands is saying. And so that's what making, like, by the book, right? When you're on this journey of walking step by step by step and you're moving forward, that's what makes the everyday living of your life interesting, keeps it interesting, keeps you wanting to move forward, keeps that goal, that mission that you have, that purpose that you have in your heart alive, right? When you keep that fire going within you. So that's really good. And then so if you look on the first row, 2 cards over, you have the Queen of Wands. And I feel like you're on this journey. Pages are beginners, right? And the Queen is like more majestic and more towards the goal of what you're wanting to do, where you're shining in the spotlight of whatever it is that you're creating for yourself. And I feel like the Queen of Wands is your creation is actually you. So say you're wanting to be an actor or something like that, or say you're wanting to be any kind of like entrepreneur, or just anything that you're wanting to really shine your light and be that goal person that you're wanting to be. I feel like the Queen of Wands is saying is, you're not just being the actor or being that entrepreneur. It's your creation is not just your career, or your creation is not just your role within a relationship, right? The creation is you with that relationship, or you with that acting career, or you as whatever it is that you're, it's you owning that car that you want to own, right? But the creation is actually you. It's not a creation of a car. It's a creation of you with that car, right? And so the Queen of Wands, I feel like, represents that, like, you're shining your whole self, your whole life as, this is who I am, and this is my physical reality around me, and I'm fully living within this reality that I'm creating around myself, or creating my perspective of my reality, of my life, right? And from the progression of the page to the Queen, that's your journey, from the beginner to the ownership, the owning of being that person that you want to become, right? And in between that, the King of Cups talks about, along the way during your journey from page to queen, you're going to be having a happy journey along the way. Cups talks about emotions, and the King of Cups is like the stability of the emotions, right? The fulfillment of the emotions to its highest potential. It's like, can you live every day at the highest emotion, the highest vibration? And this is not to say you have to be like super happy all the time, but every day are you reaching for feeling better and feeling better, you know? And that's when you can do that, it's like Abraham Hicks has said before, like when you have happy moment, happy moment, happy moment, and then a string of these happy moments equals a happy life. And so it's not, it could become daunting to think of, oh, I want to create a happy life. It's like, that seems so big. That's such a large goal, right? But if you can say, can I feel better right now? Can I feel better about whatever it is that I'm doing right now? Like, you know, like you're eating breakfast. Are you enjoying your breakfast right now? And it's like having that kind of presence in the present moment, being present in the present moment and enjoying whatever it is that you're doing with your life, and really acknowledging being there, really acknowledging the joy that you're experiencing in that moment, in this moment, right? That when you do that for many moments, you know, throughout the day, and then you do that for many days, that there's your happy life right there, you know. And along the way you are going to get to where you're going to go. So it's like there's no it's enjoying your journey along the way to where you're going to go. Okay, so I feel like that's what the King of Cups is talking about. From page to queen, you're going to be the King of Cups like every moment throughout that journey, right? And then so at the end of the first row, the Queen of Swords, this is about staying focused on your goal, being clear about who you are, who you want to become, right? You're not there yet. It's okay. Your goal is continually going to be moved forward, because at every moment when you reach a goal, you're going to establish a new goal, right? And there's going to be more and more things, because we are all about expansion. We're expansive beings, right? In an expansive universe, we're always going to want more. And so this is about becoming clear and staying clear on where it is that you want to go, the person that you want to become, the things that you want to create. That looks really good. There's something about the word accuracy that's coming up when I'm looking at the Queen of Swords. Maybe that's meaningful to some of you out there, depending on what it is that you're working on. There's something about the word accuracy that's showing up. I feel like it's the more you're able to kind of encompass these traits that in each of these characters on the first row here, the page and the king and the queen, that the more you kind of pay attention to these aspects and really do that inner work, the more accurate you're going to become. So maybe in the beginning, things are more general in terms of what you're focusing on. And then as you become more interested in your life, become more curious, as you notice the happy moments throughout your day and you begin to shine and become yourself, right? That then the goal or the focus becomes more specific, becomes more narrowed and more niche, you know, and becomes more focused and accurate. I feel like that's what it's saying. So I think that message might be specific to some of you, because I feel like there's someone listening or watching this that's where the word accuracy or the word accuracy, or just the concept of being accurate will be meaningful to you, okay? Or is important to you in some way. Okay, the second row, Two Little Witches, magical space clearing time. So along the way towards this journey of getting to where you want to go, becoming who you want to become, some of you might be like hung up on the past, you know, maybe disappointed in yourself for not being where you want to be already, right? Things like that. Or maybe there's some doubt or uncertainty along your journey, like you're not sure, because universe is focused on saying by the book, like go step by step, just keep moving forward, you're doing just fine, you're getting to where you want to be. There's encouragement in that. And so maybe some of you are feeling discouraged and are needing to hear this and wanting to hear this, and wanting this encouragement. And the magical space clearing, I feel like, is talking about, clear up that uncertainty, clear up that doubt, clear up those places where you're like we were talking about in a page of wands, maybe you become bored about some things, or maybe you're just not as interested in some things. And by letting go and becoming more curious, you're actually doing that space clearing, right? And yeah, like learning to, or actually paying attention to happy moments in your life. If there are any unhappy moments in your life where you're needing to do a little energy shifting, or like thought refocusing, in order to make yourself feel better, or get yourself to a better place, better feeling place emotionally, that's space clearing. And I feel like this is talking about this internal work. And looking at the next card, stepping into power, you are strong beyond measure. And this is another word of encouragement, where universe is telling you, if you're going through some kind of snowstorm like this guy, right? And this card, actually, if you look at the picture, he reminds me a little bit of the Hermit card. The Hermit card usually has like a lone figure, although there's somebody in the background here, but it's about a lone figure holding a lantern, walking through the nighttime. And the Hermit talks a lot about like trusting that internal guiding light, even if it's dark outside where you're not really seeing where you're going, you're trusting your internal light to guide you where you need to go, and really going within and hearing your answers from the inside of you, right? So I feel like in this stepping into power card, it's some part of that Hermit energy, right? Where you're trusting where you're going, you're in the snowstorm, because it's like, even if you're this kind of very spiritually minded, very internal feeling, always communicating with your spirit kind of person, you're still a human being living in a physical world. There is still a physical world that you have to maneuver around, right? And so I feel like this is about that, like you tapping into that power inside of yourself, stepping into that power and moving forward towards your goal in this external world, like trusting that inner guidance, feeling your strength, knowing your strength, and continuing to move forward in your journey, in whatever it is that you're wanting to create for yourself. So the next card, the Union of Hearts, a love connection defies explanation. There's two messages coming through for this. One is that the union of hearts, it's between you and the higher you, the inner you, the spirit you, meaning your heart harmonizing with your spirit, your higher self's heart, that what you're wanting matches what your spirit wants. And how you know that is how you're feeling. It's right under the King of Cups. Your emotions is your guidance to let you know, are your thoughts matching your spirit's thoughts? Are your feelings matching your spirit's feelings? It's like, as the King of Cups, when you feel your energy vibrations rise to a higher vibration, that's harmony between you and spirit. That's when you know that you and spirit are becoming one. And you see these two figures, they're entangled together like lovers, right? And so it's the same interpretation. One of the interpretations of the Lovers card is that the Lovers is between you, the human consciousness, and you, the higher consciousness, intertwined together, blending into one, okay? And yeah, that's where your inner guidance comes from, is from your own self, your own inner self, okay? And the other message that I'm getting from this is, if some of you are asking or wanting to know about relationships, that if that's your goal, like in your Queen of Wands, that you're wanting to be, you're wanting to create a relationship and be the Queen of Wands with a relationship, that this is a good sign for you, okay? That in this orange vibration that you're vibrating at right now, where you're on your way towards a relationship that that's fulfilling for you, that's what you're asking for. It could be several scenarios. One of them could be you're single and you're looking for a relationship, or one could be you're already within the relationship and you want to improve your relationship, right? So it could be both things, but it's the union of hearts, meaning you and that other person have the same goals. You and that other person are on the same page, right? About things within your relationship. And so, universe is saying you're getting there, you're on your way there. So if you're single and you're looking for a relationship, you're on your way there. Just keep working on this, all this internal stuff that we've been talking about, right, in the upper row, and the space clearing, right? And if you're already within a relationship and you're wanting an even better relationship, because everything's, like we said, everything's always expanding. Even if it's really good right now, oh my gosh, it can be even better. And so you're growing together, spiritually growing together. It's like, how amazing is that? And so that, I feel like this card is talking about that. And then Kali, shadow. So the space clearing, right? You're clearing up your shadows. You're really taking a look at the places where the energy isn't flowing, right? We talked about that in the Page of Wands. We talked about that in seeing happy moments in every day, right? In the King of Cups. And clearing out the shadows, looking at the shadows, shining light on those shadows. And really trusting and knowing that sometimes your spirit will call you through shadow parts to clear them up in order to get to where you want to go. Okay. So I feel like for a lot of you, you may be going through that. And it's cool. You're on your way there. And, sometimes when we're going through shadow periods, it might feel like, oh no, have I turned around? Am I going the wrong way? And you might get disoriented, right, in your direction when you're within the shadow because it's dark, right? And so this is where that stepping into power, where you have that inner light, that's guiding you through the snowstorm. You have to trust that inner light. Trust that union of your heart with your spirit's heart, right? That calling is calling you through the shadows in order to get you to the other side, in order to keep going on your journey, on your path. So don't get discouraged. You're still on your way, and they're really emphasizing that you're still on your way. And so we're ending on the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune talks about destiny. It also talks about cycles. And I feel like this is talking about, and then it also talks about good luck, right? Good fortune. I feel like this is talking about we're going through part of the cycle. We're cycling through things. And say if you're going through a shadow period right now, you're cycling through, you're going to come out on the other end and you're going to keep going. And then especially with the Wheel of Fortune right underneath the Queen of Swords, where she's sitting on that balloon and it's a circle, and then you have the Wheel of Fortune, that's a circle. I feel like this is about staying focused through the cycle of whichever part of the cycle of life that you're in, right? Staying focused and keep moving forward. And again, staying clear about who you are, who you're wanting to become, what your goals are. All right. Yeah, and also it looks like a bullseye too. The aim, the target of where you're getting to. So really, universe is wanting you to know that you're getting there. You're getting there. Just keep moving forward. Yeah, going back to the by the book card, right? Like at the beginning, and the orange vibration. You are getting there. So just keep going, keep moving forward, keep stepping into your power, keep trusting the light inside you. You're getting there. All right. So that's the message from Universe 27. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and click on the thumbs up, like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye.